Hey, what is going on, party people? Greg Jenkins here from House Monkeypod. And the other day in the OG membership community, a question came up about a scenario that I see from time to time affecting a lot of Keap users. So the question was, how can I have somebody purchase tickets to my event and then assign those tickets to other individuals, right? How can I have somebody make a purchase but then give that item to other people? And in their case, it was tickets, but it could be a membership, right? And you're adding, sub members, or it could be a course purchase. In fact, that was a use case that my business had where I needed to give people the opportunity to buy course access or course licenses and then assign them out to other people, right? And so there may be a version of this in your business using something other than tickets, but the concept is the same. How can I let one person buy or sign up for something and then distribute out the access to other individuals? And there isn't an obvious native solution that does this out of the box, but there are a couple of different paths that can get you the intended result. So a very helpful OG member and friend of mine, Mr. Jake Talbert from the 6th Division team, chimed in on this thread and took the time to record a video with some of his methods for solving this problem. So here is a quick take from Jake, that worked out nicely, on how he would solve this problem.
All right, so you're going to get two benefits from this video. I'm going to show you a couple breakdowns of how I would do it, or how I use PlusThis to do it, how I use Zapier to do it. And if you listen closely, you can hear my family watching MASH in the other room, which is one of the greatest shows of all time. But diving into this, so the idea of being able to take someone and say, I have a ticket, I want to transfer the ticket. So I need to transfer all the field data over and tag them and then remove my tags. So the way I would approach it is, if I was using PlusThis or Zapier, is I would, in the campaign, have a form that gets submitted. I would go into an advanced automation, and in an advanced automation inside of Keap Pro, I would use a web form being filled out, and that web form is collecting data. And so as we collect that data, we are going to then trigger. So essentially, we're tracking through, like, either you display like your information, like you'd put like a purchaser's name, purchaser's email, and then it would be like additional user, additional attendee, or transferring attendee to. And in submitting this form, you'd have it go through and remove the tags from the person who purchased and clear the fields. And then we would take this. So these are custom fields, additional user, additional whatever. And what we're doing is we're triggering then PlusThis. And so PlusThis has a feature called the contact creator. So with that, we can then take and map the fields. And you can use any fields, like I just have these ones, but additional user name to the first name, additional user last name to the last name, additional user email to the email. So this is the contact being created. This is where we're getting the details from. And so you could add as many of these things as you want of any other custom field and push the data over. You could then opt them in, and then you can also connect those contacts together if you want. You can clear the field data if you want. I wouldn't, I'd leave it there. And then, naturally tag this person. So I would tag this person, like this is additional contact. This would be a replacement user, so that you could then put the new contact that's created into the campaign, the automation, to set those additional data points you'd have to say, great, now they're registered for this person in this person's place, essentially. So that way you could clear the tags on the original contact while doing this. Now, the great thing about this is that it will create a contact unless a contact already exists, and then it will update the contact that's on file. So you don't have to worry about creating duplicates or anything like that with this tool. So check for it by email, and then that way it would go through as a part of that, updating the details. So then the other option, I have a client who is using same sort of idea. They have an event, and the person can do up to 10 people. And so they are collecting it via a type form, is the way that they chose to do it. No different than an infusion form, a Keap form, a whatever form. They're just using a type form for it because they wanted to, doll it up and make it look a certain way. So we collect all those details on the type form. And like I said, it could be up to 10 people's name, email, and the specific course at the event that they are going to be at, that person's going to be attending. And so essentially it's running through and saying, well, first off, we're going to go and update the main contact. And then we're going to continue if there's someone in number 2. If there's someone in number 2, then we're going to take their details and essentially map it through where it's like, great, well, participant 2 email, participant 2 name, we're applying a tag. And then as I scroll through these other fields, you'll notice that I'm just using these because they're low on custom fields. But it would be the same idea, like, so what are they enrolled in? And then I'm tying it back to the original. So primary contact is the original person who submitted the type form. So that way I could always refer back to whomever that is. But I'm tagging them then as that we are adding them to the July 10th through 16th based off of that. And then they're going to have all the right tags, be able to get the right course details applied. We put it on a dashboard in case it's a duplicate contact. So that way it will bubble up someone on the team to go and take a look at it. So, but you could do it, like I said, via PlusThis, the contact creator, or by collecting that data and then just doing a trigger through where it's like, great, when this form gets filled out, run a webhook and webhook the details through to Zapier, and then go create update a contact. And you can just, same thing we did with the PlusThis one, you can just swap the information over and create or update a contact, and then use the form submission to clear the original person's details. So hopefully that's not too convoluted or crazy, but those are the ways that would be easy to do if you're using Zapier or using PlusThis. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you got a chance to hear a little bit of MASH in the background.
Thank you, Mr. Talbert. I want to add one shout out to Mark Penny, another Keap certified partner and a friend of mine who has devised his own way of solving this. And Mark is who I hired to build out the solution when I had this need for my business. And I believe that Mark designed it kind of in a bespoke or custom fashion for me, but then he had more people request this. So he sort of standardized the process for setting this up for people. So if you are interested in how Mark solves it, using custom fields and a little bit of code to do the calculation to check whether they have licenses remaining so that they don't assign more than they have purchased, I am more than happy to connect you with Mark. You could drop him a line at help@meppy.com. Tell him that I sent you over, or you can reach out to me and I'll tell you more about his solution, and if it's a fit, I'll make the connection for you. So that is it. Thank you to Jake for sharing his wisdom, as he always does in the Keap community. He's just an absolute wealth of knowledge and experience, and we are lucky to have access to that. Now, if you found this video helpful, you can help me out by liking it, by subscribing, dropping a comment, all those things that help the algorithms know that this was indeed useful. Or you can copy the link and send it to any other Keap users who you think might benefit from the ideas and strategies in this conversation. I think that's it. Thanks for watching.